my dreams, it become reality. Out of my subconsciousness and my immortality, I'm the happiest man in the world because I have you for my girl. And I promise you, my baby, I'm gonna take you on tours around the world. Oh yeah, baby, she said, ooh, she never felt so right.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Silverbird Steel Band. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the GK Mutual Funds products launch powered by GK Capital and Unity Trust. My name is Debbie Bissoon. I have the distinct honor of being your MC this evening for this historic launch. And so we say thank you all for making it this event for your Monday evening. I can see around the room already that we're meeting people who we've known now for some time. We may have not seen them because of limitations, restrictions, etc. And so it took an event like this to bring us back together. We're very, very, very excited about it. Now, as we do anything here in our island home, Jamaica, and across the Caribbean, we begin with purr. And so I invite Ms. Patsy Latchman Atterbury to come forward to bring the opening purr. Hi, Miss Patsy. You're up.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Understanding that perfect alignment can only be of God and from God, I've been tasked to do the prayer this afternoon. So I am inviting each and every one of us here to this evening to be still for a moment. Just to be still as we invite the presence of our righteous and heavenly Father into our midst. We invite him as we celebrate the perfect alignment of two outstanding Caribbean companies, GraceKennedy and Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, who have come together to provide a product to serve the people of Jamaica and in the future to facilitate wealth creation across the Caribbean. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment as we pray. We say, thank you, Lord, for our lives, for each person present here today, for the talents and the gifts that you have bestowed on each of us, and especially to those who have worked hard to produce the product which we are about to launch today. All, of course, in your service. We thank you for the grace, no pun intended, and the favor that you have given to each of these companies to allow for their long existence. 101 years of GraceKennedy and 41 years of TTUTC, and to thank you each for their outstanding contribution in the markets which they continue to serve. We thank you for aligning this monumental partnership and ask that you abundantly bless it with the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Samson, the resilience and purposefulness of Daniel, and the strategic intent of David in his battle with Goliath. We know that with hearts filled with good intentions, we're able to deliver on every objective that is set by you. Order our steps, Lord, so that we may skillfully navigate the future, because we are aware that you have promised that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are called according to his purpose. Recognizing that not a word of your promises ever falls to the ground, we pray, God, for your blessing as we go about today's proceedings, that you will take control of every activity as we give you all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. In Jesus' name, amen. Welcome to everyone.
Thank you so much. We ask that everyone keep standing, please, for the playing of the national anthem of Jamaica. Thank you, thank you. You may be seated if you wish to do so. And I know, oftentimes when the anthem plays in Jamaica, it is often followed by a movie. Well, I promise you that this event is just as good, even better than the movies. We don't have popcorn, but we do have Grace products here. How I sound? You want some Grace products? It is that kind of event. Ladies and gentlemen, let me please at this time welcome a few important guests that we do have here with us to share in this occasion. And I want to just underscore something that Mrs. Latchman Atterbury said about, of course, what happens when great alignment comes together. Great things happen. And these two strong, resilient, trusted companies coming together for this amazing product for Jamaicans to take advantage of, to take part in for our wealth creation or generational wealth creation, for what it means for Jamaica and the Caribbean is absolutely a big deal. We'd like to say thanks and welcome to Dr. Marlene Street Forrest, Managing Director for the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Senator Don Webby, CEO of GraceKennedy Group and other members of the boards and management at GraceKennedy Limited and its subsidiaries. And it feels like just yesterday I saw Senator Webby at an event. I feel like I'm having a deja vu, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Joanne Julian, Chairman for the Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation. Mr. Nigel Edwards, Executive Director for the Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, and other members of the board and management at Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation. Also, a hearty welcome to our Deputy CEO for GraceKennedy Financial Group, Stephen Whittingham, and also to Ms. Grace Burnett, or CEO for GraceKennedy Financial Group. A special welcome to Mr. Dason Scott, Chief Sales and Marketing Officer for the Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation. Our specially invited guests, institutions and individuals, members of the media, those who are here and those joining us online, ladies and gentlemen who are joining us here in attendance, and those online, a hearty good evening to everyone. Oh, okay, I just want to make sure that we're still here. Okay, good, that sounds good. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this amazing launch signals a new direction for not just GK, but also for Jamaica and for sure Unit Trust. I extend a very warm Caribbean welcome this evening for the official launch of the GK Mutual Funds products. And as I said before, I'm your moderator for the proceedings. And I was very deliberate in extending Caribbean greetings because we have a real melting pot here today. Our host, GraceKennedy, a Jamaican legacy company celebrating this year, 101 years. Can we give a round of applause for that, please? Not many of us know anyone celebrating 101 birthday this year, right? This is great. And the Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, by name and nature, an Eastern Caribbean giant in the financial services sector. And here I am, a journalist with regional reach, and also a last name that for many is not very familiar in Jamaica. It's Bissoon, about 2 families maybe. But if you go to Trinidad, I'm guaranteeing that you would be meeting a lot, right? Somebody there said that is true. A lot of my family members, and I'm hoping that the next time I get to Trinidad, I'll be able to meet a number of them as well. Let me acknowledge the team joining us here online from UTC. We also have our media friends and family members across the Caribbean. Special mention to those joining us from Trinidad and Tobago. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been said already. This signals a great alignment. Many things are being signaled here, but I just want to underscore two things. It's a great example of what is possible with cross-Caribbean collaboration. And as I mentioned before, the immense, massive opportunity for wealth creation built on credibility, trust, consistency, and results. Thank you. Thank you so much for your applause, for sure. And to tell us some more about what this collaboration means, I'm going to invite at this time our chairman of the Unit Trust Corporation, Ms. Joanne Julian, to deliver the opening remarks and tell us even more about this collaboration and what this launch really means. Please make her welcome.
Thank you, Debbie. I have no idea whether I can keep that energy going. She does look somewhat younger than I am, but yes, you want it closer to my mouth? Okay. I think I can manage that. I was saying thank you to Debbie, and I do appreciate her energy levels, and I will try my best. Given my vintage, I can't tell you how long I'll be able to keep that up. I consider it my fortunate responsibility to be able to bring welcome remarks here this afternoon. I see my management team getting very anxious because nothing that they have written on this paper so far I have actually said. So, ladies and gentlemen, warm greetings. Dr. Marlene Street Forrest, Managing Director of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Mr. Don Webby, CEO, GraceKennedy Group, and the other members of the boards and management of GraceKennedy Limited and its subsidiaries, Mr. Nigel Edwards, our Executive Director, Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust, Ms. Grace Burnett, CEO, GraceKennedy Financial Group, Deputy CEO, GraceKennedy Financial Group, Steve Whittingham, Mr. Gregory Hines of the GraceKennedy Group, Mr. Dason Scott, our Chief Sales and Marketing Officer, Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust, and the leadership and management of both the GraceKennedy families and the Unit Trust family. Our specially invited guests, of course, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is such a pleasure to be with you this evening to celebrate the official launch of GK Mutual Funds. I repeat, GK Mutual Funds, and to show appreciation for this amazing partnership, one that has and will lead to infinite possibilities. Any occasion that unites two powerful brands that have woven their excellence into the tapestry of our Caribbean fabric needs to be recognized and celebrated. Added to that, the purpose that brings us together today is even more compelling. It is our mutual commitment to enhancing the financial well-being of everyday Jamaican. It's only one page, guys, don't panic. Financial well-being and healthy financial habits are born out of deliberate and intentional acts of inclusivity, It is about recognizing the need to leverage data and collective intelligence to proactively pursue innovations that make a difference for our customers in Jamaica and Trinidad. Both GK and UTC find commonalities in our corporate values: honesty, integrity, respect, and good governance. To this, we add deeply held belief in the promise and the potential of our Caribbean people. With over 140 years of combined experience, Unitrust Corporation and GraceKennedy have earned reputations for trust, a 5-letter word that literally has you at the center. Because of that, we continue to diligently guard this reputation every day through, but not limited to, solid corporate governance, responsible management, and robust risk management frameworks. GraceKennedy is second to none, and its products and services I trust that the UTC group is clapping even harder. Okay. And its products and services have impacted the Jamaican landscape for over a century. Similarly, the Unitrust Corporation has, at a national level, built wealth for our citizens for over 40 years. And we are determined to continue to do that responsibly and more to impact lives and expand our expertise regionally. At UTC, we are passionate about wealth creation. And with GK, this passion is multiplied exponentially. I will conclude, you're happy to hear that, by referring to a point I mentioned earlier. This amazing partnership has infinite possibilities. Together, imagine what we can do for the Jamaican market. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Chairman for UTC, Miss Joanne Julian. And you are not at all long, nor were you without energy. Wasn't she good? Really good, really inspiring, well-paced in her delivery. And we got it absolutely on point in saying that it is definitely a mutual commitment to the financial well-being of Jamaica, by extension, the Caribbean. And for sure, we are absolutely excited about what this new alignment means for our country. So ladies and gentlemen, because we do have a very short program, I know many of us want to go home because we have work tomorrow. It's a Monday. Nevertheless, you joined us because you believe in what we're doing. And so at this time, I'm going to be inviting our featured speakers to join me here on the platform. I'm going to be inviting Senator Don Webby, our CEO for GraceKennedy Group, to join me here on the platform, and also Stephen Whittingham, our Deputy Chief Executive Officer for GKFG, and Mr. Nigel Edwards, our Executive Director for UTC, to please join me here on the platform to take a seat. And Sir Webby, I ask that you not get too comfortable. I'm about to introduce you, sir, to take the microphone. He's been on the road with the GraceKennedy family for the past few days. And just yesterday, we were in Montego Bay for a coming together celebration of the clients and customers for Grace, celebrating 101 years. And if you know anything about this gentleman, he is the head cook, and as Jamaicans say, the bottle washer, for one of the most trusted, respected brands in Jamaica and the diaspora. Really a household name. And I'm sure that this new product launch and the products going forward, the offerings going forward will become a household brand and product as well. So it gives me great pleasure to hear from our keynote speaker and introduce him right now to the platform, Senator the Honorable Don Webby, CEO GraceKennedy Group. To welcome him, I ask that you put your hands together, give him a rousing round of applause, because every great company usually has a great leader.
I think is everybody hearing me? Am I on? Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I said to Debbie last night in Montego Bay, we're hosting our customers in the food division, and we had over 700 customers there. So I said, Debbie, I think I need to give you a job at GraceKennedy, and here I am, seeing you again today. Anyway, you're good at what you do, my dear. Congrats. Let me say all protocols observed. I think the chairman, Joanne, did an excellent job in terms of introducing the panelists, etc. But let me welcome Joanne to Jamaica, who said to me that she's a true Caribbean national. Whatever that means, Joanne, welcome. Welcome to Jamaica. I also want to especially recognize my good friend, Nigel Edwards, who reminded me that we started this project from as far back as 2018. And I think if you look in my inbox, there are a lot of emails coming in from Nigel Edwards. So Nigel, thank you for your patience and your support and your understanding over the last 5 years. But here we are. Thank you very much. And to my other colleagues from the GK team, Stephen, Greg, Grace Burnett is here, and all the directors. I see Gina Phillips Black here. Gina, I'm sure you were thrilled when you heard Joanne said about corporate governance and second to none. Gina is the chairman of our corporate governance committee. And it's not a secret anymore, but GraceKennedy won every award in the corporate governance for the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Hopefully I didn't sound too bossy, but I'm proud. Specially invited guests, members of the media. I'm seeing a lot of members of the media here. Ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me give an extra special warm Jamaican welcome to our friends from Trinidad and Tobago who are here with us today. Give them a round of applause. Can we say big up Trini? Big up Trinidad? Patsy, you are a winner each way it goes, eh? So I describe today, colleagues, as a great day for Caribbean partnerships. I think it's a great day for Jamaica, and it is a great day for GraceKennedy. GraceKennedy, we recently finalized our Vision 2030, which defines our purpose, what is our being, what are we here for. And we said quite simply, we're here to bring superior products and services to customers that contribute to a better global society and greater financial well-being. GK Mutual Funds is the latest example of how we are fulfilling that purpose. Greater financial well-being. Our partnership with UTC to deliver this latest innovation is a game changer. It's a game changer, colleagues, for the local market. And I'm happy to witness today our two organizations coming together in the interests of Jamaican investors. GK Mutual Funds Limited will initially consist of three funds: the GK US Dollar Income Fund, the GK Jamaican Dollar Money Market Fund, and GK Dollar Growth and Income Fund. And together, as partners, GK and TTUTC will seed the funds with over US $20 million. And my colleagues Nigel Edwards of TTUTC, and of course Stephen Whittingham of our GK Financial Group, and Greg, when he's here, will provide more details of this later. So we're going to see the funds with US $20 million. In fact, it's over US $20 million. And this signifies Grace Kennedy's commitment, GK Mutual Fund's commitment, TTUTC commitment in the Jamaican market. So as we gather to officially launch this new product, I'm reminded how forging strategic partnerships is vital to the success of any business. Partnerships certainly has been one of the secrets to our longevity at Grace Kennedy and remain critical to achieving GK's 2030 vision. We have several international partners, but what is so meaningful and so heartwarming for me about this particular partnership is that TTUTC is a fellow Caribbean-based company with a shared outlook and shared values. The core values of, let me say, Grace Kennedy, I spoke a little bit earlier about partnerships. And I said it at another function recently. Grace Kennedy, when we enter partnerships, such as this partnership, and we have a number of partnerships, colleagues and friends, we don't enter partnerships because of the balance sheet or the P&L or the return on equity or the return on investment. That is secondary to Grace Kennedy. What is most important to Grace Kennedy for us to enter a partnership is to have similar core values. And that is why we have been so successful for over 100 years. My relationship with TTUTC goes back a long way. I have been at Grace Kennedy for 28 years, and my relationship with TTUTC goes back to some 25 years, where I have had very cordial and respectful relationships, starting with Caribbean. I hope he's doing fine. And one thing that I can say in terms of the core values of TTUTC, and it's very simple: integrity, respect, performance excellence, leadership, robust corporate governance. Sounds familiar, guys? My friends from, my colleagues from Grace Kennedy and those of you who know Grace Kennedy: integrity, request, respect, performance excellence, leadership, robust corporate governance. This certainly aligns with our GK values of honesty, integrity, and trust. And today is a testament to that. These values, colleagues, are the fundamental principles that drive our respective teams' success to the benefit of our customers, our communities, our countries, and our beloved Caribbean. My good friend and colleague Stephen Whittingham, at a recent launch, gave the history of insurance, which I didn't know Stephen had learned. So guess what I did? I did some research on the history of mutual funds. So the first mutual fund, the first modern mutual fund, was established almost 100 years ago. Min, you know that? Mina, you know that? 100 years ago. In 1924, almost 100 years ago. So mutual funds are almost as old as GKI, not quite. And for decades, they have served as an investment tool which people from all walks of life can use to build their wealth, own homes, retire comfortably, and expand their business. The product of this partnership between TTUTC and GK's investment and advisory arm, GK Capital Management, GK Mutual Fund, boasts a combined 141 years of experience and commitment to generating innovative solutions which add value at every level of society. For over 100 years, Jamaicans have remained confident in GK's ability to generate these kinds of solutions, as you recognize the critical importance of creating and building wealth options for all socio-economic groups. GK Mutual Funds combines GK legacy of service to the people of Jamaica and the communities we serve around the world with TTUTC's 40 years of expertise in collective investment scheme market. TTUTC, as I was saying to my colleagues there, is actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nigel, is actually the largest asset manager in the English-speaking Caribbean, by far. So we are very proud to be working with you in terms of your expertise. You know, there's a saying by a Japanese poet, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much, and this is what I'm expecting from this partnership. I think what also resonated with GraceKennedy, and by the way, I've been using the word partnership and partnership and partnership a lot. One thing I can assure everybody in this crowd, right, that this partnership is going to be better than the West Indies cricket team. So when the government of Jamaica articulated its financial inclusion strategy, GraceKennedy took it as an organization-wide challenge to create solutions that will give all Jamaicans access to traditional financial services to pursue their goals. This is one such solution, and we look forward to reaping the rewards of this new venture with TTUTC while fulfilling GK's financial inclusion strategy for Jamaica. I want to say again from the bottom of my heart to my colleagues from Trinidad, Chairman, Nigel, everyone, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the opportunity for GraceKennedy to be working with TTUTC, and I feel very, very confident as I stand here, and I used the word earlier, GK Mutual Funds is going to be a game changer for the financial market in Jamaica. I have no doubt about that, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to work with you. Thank you a lot, Nigel. So I'm excited about this great Caribbean collaboration, and I look forward, really, really look forward to the success. And I want to thank my team, Greg Hines and Stephen and the folks from GK Capital who worked very hard, night and day, to get this going. And I want to say I want to thank you again, and thank everybody for coming, and have a good evening. I guess the show is about to start now with Nigel and Stephen doing all the fandangles. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you so much, CEO Don Webby, Senator Don Webby. Please put your hands together again for our CEO, please. Indeed, a financial game changer for greater financial well-being, and I'm so happy to learn, and I think we've known this now for some time, that partnership has been the secret sauce of the GK family. I think you should do a sauce in partnership. What do you think? I think it could actually work. You get Ding Dong to do something, for sure. And so I want to applaud the GK family for always being a company of solution and opportunity. And indeed, this new move, this new product is going to be a fundamental one that will definitely drive success for Jamaica. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our CEO has said it. It's time for the fandangles. That's the word that you use, right? The launch fandangles. So it's time for us to hear from Stephen Whittingham and Nigel Edwards, who will officially launch the 3 products under the mutual funds. And I have one question. It's not the time to be silent. Are you ready? Thank you so much. That sounds like it. Please, gentlemen.
Are you guys hearing me? I was asked if I was mic'd. I said I hope so. So, thank you. All right. All protocol having been observed, and I've been told that we're doing fandangles. I did not get that memo earlier, so I just have some remarks that I'd like to share with you all today. It truly is a pleasure to be here. And when I started and I said we're going to start at 5, I said there's no way that we're going to be starting at 5 or on time because traffic and everything. So I put good evening on my remarks, but I'm very pleased to say good afternoon. We still made it before 6. So we're here to celebrate the public launch of GK Mutual Funds and our treasured partnership with Unit Trust Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago. And in my brief remarks today, I really want to just address 2 things. I want to tell a little bit more about the story of the partnership because I think it is so important to explaining where we are going as an organization, as a group. And I want to then also tell you a little bit about the mutual fund platform that we're launching, that we've jointly developed, our shared vision for it, and what we believe it can become. So this journey, and my inbox, Don, started in 2017, right? And it predates Nigel as CEO or Executive Director of UTC. But the truth is, the reality is that developing a partnership takes time. Relationships, they're complex. And if a partnership is successful, it will last for decades to come. So I think it makes sense for us to spend the time to build everything we need to do before we jump into it. But the question is, how do you know if 2 organizations are well suited to be partners, okay? My personal approach is to look for commonality at the core, but also to try and identify opportunities for each party to complement each other everywhere else. Commonality at the core, complementary everywhere else. And when you think about what defines an organization at its core, it really is what will make it sustainable or not. And at GraceKennedy, as Don has said, our core values of honesty, integrity, and trust are the reason why we believe we're here at the wicket standing 101 not out. But in UTC, the time we've spent with them building this relationship, we believe we found a partner that has great organizational dynamics. And I want to share some things I have seen. They do share similar core values, as everyone has said, and a culture. But that culture is well defined, it's widely shared amongst the organization, and it is lived by the team. And when we speak with them, we see that. It's well structured, strong governance framework, it has advanced risk management practices, but it doesn't limit innovation or growth, as witnessed by their expansion outside of their home market to partner with us in Jamaica. And they have strong leadership that's committed to effective stakeholder management. Nigel and the leadership team are always available to speak with us, and to me that's something I take very seriously. But UTC also complements GK Capital. Their organization has extensive expertise in managing mutual funds, which we believe will serve our joint venture well. Commonality at the core, complementary everywhere else. And now, Nigel, that we are publicly affirming our partnership today, I can finally share with you some of the secret benefits of what it means to be a GraceKennedy partner. First of all, you get a standing invitation to the GraceKennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships, which is they're the hottest tickets in Jamaica, okay? So if you don't make it, you know what you can do with them, all right? You get to take pictures with Shelley Ann Fraser-Price. She's not here tonight, but we will make that happen. And I can assure you that that puts you in a great position, makes your kids think you're cool, and it does wonders for your social media profile when you post the pictures, okay? And lastly, you get all the Grace corned beef you can eat, right? The Grace Foods team, you just say the word and you'll have a suitcase ready to go back to Trinidad, all right? But on a serious note, we have I want to turn from the partnership to the product. We have a very clear vision of what we want our mutual fund product to look like and what we want to do. We want to build a truly exceptional asset management business here in Jamaica. We're very clear on that. And I must specifically mention the Herculean efforts of the GraceKennedy team members that got us to this point. Greg Hines, the maestro, the team lead who's built us, gotten us to where we are. He's put in a lot of work and a lot of effort. He's been supported by Kerry Ann Mew the entire way from a legal perspective, who has just done a fantastic job. And then the team that has worked, Rachel Greenland, Janelle William Myers, Leslie Ann Brown, all of the Corp Comms team, the GraceKennedy executive team has also been very supportive. Grace Burnett, the CEO of the GraceKennedy Financial Group, has always been very supportive of this project, and I want to thank her. She's a founding member of the board of GK Mutual Funds, as is Stacey Ann Wright. Patsy Latchman Atterbury, who is the managing director of GK Capital, who has slotted in and just done extremely well. And you guys, we hired a Trinidadian to run GK Capital when we were doing this transaction. You can take from that what you'd like. And then, of course, our CEO, Don Webby, as he always does, kept everyone on their toes through the entire process. Right, Greg? But it is because of the contributions of the team, GraceKennedy and UTC, that we're here launching these three funds. The GK US Dollar Income Fund, the GK Jamaican Dollar Money Market Fund, and the GK Jamaican Dollar Income and Growth Fund. These funds have different levels of risk profile for different investors, but we really believe that the starting combination that we've put together really has been well designed and is well suited for the market. And these funds will give retail and institutional investors in Jamaica access to regional best-in-class asset management resources. The same expertise that the Unit Trust of Trinidad and Tobago uses to manage $3.75 billion of assets under management, and the same expertise that GK Capital uses to manage $14 billion of local assets are combined to really put together a solution for the Jamaican public. We are well aware, guys, that we are entering a collective investment scheme market that, as of December of last year, had 8 players, 67 funds, and $309 billion of assets under management. So you are within right to ask this question: how can GK and UTC possibly win in this market? And in response to that, which is a very valid question, I'll simply share the story of Tesla. Everybody here knows the auto manufacturer Tesla. In 2003, when Tesla was formed, there weren't many markets in the world that were more mature than the global car manufacturing market. There were dozens of well-established players, but in 2022, which is less than 20 years after Tesla was formed, the market capitalization of Tesla alone was more than the market capitalization of the 12 largest auto players combined. Let me walk you through that again, because it's astonishing. The market cap of Tesla alone was more than the market cap of Toyota, VW, Mercedes, BMW, Ford, General Motors, and other top 12 automakers combined. So the message I want you to leave here with this evening is it can be done. And as I'm, thank you. Thank you. As a mutual fund business, our success will be built on a foundation of talented asset managers, robust risk management, strong corporate governance, industry-leading customer service, and market-forward product development. Because at the GraceKennedy Financial Group, we believe that aspirations, whether big or small, are meant to be pursued. The GK Mutual Fund platform was designed and developed with our financial inclusion conviction in mind. The key strategic differentiators that we will be building out will be based around innovation and distribution. We are committed to working with our regulators, the Financial Services Commission and the Bank of Jamaica to roll out effective solutions to democratize access to the GK Mutual Fund platform for all Jamaicans. To give you one example of this, and Grace Burnett, I know this is close to home for her, according to the World Bank, remittances in Jamaica peaked in 2021 at US $3.71 billion. That's 25.3% of Jamaica's GDP, okay? GraceKennedy Money Services and GK Remittance Services, our partnership with Western Union, is a clear remittance market leader. Imagine the value that we could create. Imagine the impact on Jamaica. Imagine the impact on the lives of Jamaicans if GK Mutual Funds was able to harness the power of savings from remittances. That is just a small part of the future that collectively we are working together towards. In closing, I'm so proud, guys, to be able to launch the mutual funds here with you this evening, to open the door for all Jamaicans to access diversified, low-cost, professionally managed instruments from two of the Caribbean's most trusted companies. Our team is on hand. There are lots of them. I see them all around to answer questions if you have on the offerings, and you got a package when you came in that has resources that you can take away and that you can share as well. I'm encouraging you all to get on board early. Thank you very much.
No, I wish. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for welcoming me to Jamaica. I can't try my Jamaican accent today because I went down to Pepe's down at the corner and they immediately told me that I was a fraudulent Jamaican. So 100% authentic Grace Kennedy. So thank you so much for welcoming us to the Grace Kennedy family and to Jamaica by extension. So before I'm going to promise you that I will be short, but before I do that, I'm going to need your help just a little bit in a small celebration. I know we're here to celebrate a wedding of sorts, but today is also a special day. It is very fitting that on this special day of this wedding of two Caribbean powerhouses, it is also the birthday of a substantial Grace Kennedy team member. And so I just want you to join me in wishing Stephen Whittingham a very happy birthday. I was told that at this point a cake was supposed to appear and somebody would jump out of the cake with confetti. That was a fandangle, but now the picture is in your head. So happy birthday, Stephen. This launch today has been really a true meeting of minds, and both Don and Stephen spoke, and our chairman spoke to the shared values that we have. But from the very beginning of the discussions that we started having, we at UTC recognized that we were building a business, that we were building products, that we're building a partnership around those shared or common values. And this today is the culmination of our collective efforts that is worthy of the celebration that we have today. You know, I was commenting before that down to the share color, UTC's core color is red, Grace Kennedy's core color is red, and so it made the decorations today so much easier. And even in that, the celebration it's profoundly joint. I mentioned that Stephen's birthday was today. What I did not, on the launch, today the launch of the fund, what I did not mention, my birthday was a few days ago, 5 days ago I think, 6 days ago, some days ago, and that very day was the first day that we priced the mutual funds. So isn't it a strange coincidence? Yes, one wedding, two birthdays. So the alignment that you're seeing here
And the outer evidence is the outer evidence of the full precision calibration that would make many engineers jealous of having to put something like this together. Both GraceKennedy and the UTC have skillfully and successfully navigated many turbulent times in our own shared history and in the shared turbulent market conditions across regions. The most recent crisis, the global pandemic, was the one that most deeply and personally impacted every single one of us. And in addition, it had deep economic and social uncertainty associated with it that we've all had to deal with. But during this time of upheaval, we saw what was possible and what was necessary. In fact, on Sunday, so Stephen and I shared the fact that my very first post-COVID trip was actually to meet Stephen in Florida in December of 2021. And it just struck me in recounting that through the pandemic, we kept on building, and the significance of building through the most turbulent times to be able to come here and celebrate this launch today. So, we saw the opportunity to strengthen relationships, especially when the world was guided to stay apart. We saw that the moment was right to tap into the spirit of change that was all around us. So as such, I'm conscious of the need for regional collaboration, and Don and I speak about that all the time. Speaking of the need for regional collaboration, the need for cooperation, we have found the perfect partner in GK. A partner whose values, whose commitment, whose thoughtfulness and responsible leadership are geared towards solving the needs and ambitions of a broad spectrum of people. The origins of the UTC are born out of creating access to the capital markets for the everyday man, opening doors and building wealth to facilitate widespread prosperity. Indeed, as Stephen has mentioned, our assets under management total $3.7 billion US, representing investments on behalf of over 627,000 unit holders. An accomplishment that's built over 40 years and is testimony to the professional and sound management that we invested. The current order of magnitude of this achievement is about 2 times larger than the size of the entire Jamaica mutual fund market. The funds that we manage are twice the entire size of the unit trust market in Jamaica. And if you would permit me a small anecdote, in November of 2019, I came to Jamaica for a project, and I met one of the largest mutual fund managers in Jamaica. And at that time, we were just starting our discussions. We hadn't announced anything. And the person said to me, a birdie whispered to me that you all were coming to Jamaica. And then, you know, in the end, he said something very insightful. He said, you know, but we're not scared by the fact that you're coming, because if you could do for the Jamaica market what you did in Trinidad, then all of us will benefit. And I thought that was an incredibly insightful comment. We are here to help build the entire Jamaica mutual fund market. And of course, you can be well assured that we are well equipped to make GK mutual funds an extraordinarily successful venture. Donna said it, you are witnessing a game changer. Now, with a shared vision, we're honored to bring our expertise to bear in presenting these new products and what this will mean for the financial future of the Jamaican people everywhere. Moreover, I am personally buoyed by our design of these products for all Jamaicans. These products were supremely researched. They were engineered for the Jamaican market. GK mutual funds offer you transparency, security, peace of mind, and the support to stay disciplined and focused on building wealth. We enter this undertaking focused on delivering the excellence for which our two companies are known. And you have the assurance that what we bring to you via this launch, is beyond two great companies. What we are bringing to you is truly great partnership. So tonight, I stand before you confident in what we have accomplished in bringing this partnership to life. I'm confident in the expertise, the competence, and the knowledge of every member of the GK and UTC teams. In the words of Marcus Garvey, with confidence, you've won even before you have started. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure, it's a privilege and an honor to present to you the inaugural portfolio of GK mutual funds. Firstly, the GK US Dollar Income Fund. Secondly, the GK Jamaican Dollar Money Market Fund, and the GK Jamaican Dollar Growth and Income Fund. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and enjoy.
GK Capital, in association with Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, is pleased to introduce GK Mutual Funds, the trust that helps you build your own wealth. Choose from any of our 3 mutual funds that best suit your financial goals. The GK USD Income Fund, an instrument to serve the vision you have for your business. Start with an initial investment of $1,000 and subsequent minimum investments of $100 monthly. The GK Jamaica Dollar Growth and Income Fund, designed to serve all your personal goals. Start with an investment of 15,000 Jamaican dollars with successive minimum monthly investments of 1,500 Jamaican dollars. And the GK Jamaica Dollar Money Market Fund, the investment instrument to fund the plans you have for your small business. It only takes an initial investment of 15,000 Jamaican dollars to start and subsequent minimum investments of 1,500. Whatever your financial goals are, we have the fund to get you there. Build your own wealth. Your financial security matters. Contact your GK Capital Wealth Advisor today. Telephone 876-932-3290. Email gkmutualfunds@gkco.com or visit our website at www.gk-capital.com.
Wow. Put your hands together. I am absolutely excited. There is something there for everyone. Indeed, a game changer. We are absolutely excited about what's to come, what this means for Jamaica. The GK US Dollar Income Fund, the GK Jamaican Dollar Money Market Fund, and the GK Jamaican Dollar Growth and Income Fund. Indeed, a celebration that warranted the cake for sure, because this means that we're slicing into something that will definitely be very much worth it for us here in our island home, Jamaica. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the end of the program for the evening, and at this point, we're going to be opening the floor to our local and TT media members to ask questions. Just to say that if you're joining us online, we're asking you all to direct your questions to the Q&A section on the chat, please, so that we may have your questions sent to us. So, please don't run to ask questions all at once, but please do. We have microphones at the tables. Are there any questions for, or I'll call them panelists? Don't be shy. Did they answer all your questions already? Any questions online? And the streaming team tell me there's no questions online there? No? Okay, there is somebody coming forward. No, okay. So there are no questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there are no questions, we are going to proceed, and it is indeed the last lap. So, the gentleman that I will ask to join us now on the stage to deliver the vote of thanks has led the working groups both here and in Trinidad and Tobago that made these funds products possible. It is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Gregory Hines, VP Business Development and Principal Investments for GK Capital, to come forward at this time to give us the vote of thanks, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Don. All right, so all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Let us for a moment visualize a beautiful mosaic with thousands of unique and complex pieces, which, when assembled, forms the most beautiful mural. Imagine further all those unique pieces being shaped and colored by artists living in different regions, trained in different styles and with different specialities. GK Mutual Funds is synonymous with this beautiful mosaic mural, and our diverse, talented, and professional team members are the artists dispersed across the leading financial markets in the region. The idea was first conceptualized and discussed by a team of executives from GraceKennedy and Unit Trust Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago. It was then fine-tuned over many years and executed by loyal, dedicated, and talented team members from both organizations. I would like to acknowledge the individuals who initially conceptualized this initiative and the teams that put in the hard work in executing this over many years. I'd like to recognize those team members. First, on the GraceKennedy side, many of the team members are here with us this evening. There are too many to name, but we just really would like to thank you. On the TTUTC side, we also have a number of team members and executives here who are instrumental in the execution of this initiative. And we have many more back in Trinidad who have joined us virtually. We'd also like to acknowledge you. We'd also like to acknowledge our external partners, our attorneys. Linda Meir has put in a lot of work, and Linda, unfortunately, isn't here tonight. We have Luke, and we have Hillary. Our consultants, we have Sean Wenzel, who has worked with us over many years. Sean, thank you. We have representatives from JCSD, Trust Services, our accountants, PwC, and other vendors. An event like this cannot happen overnight. And I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement in planning and executing this event. Thank you, Debbie, for navigating the agenda and keeping us honest to the time that we've been given. As I close, I am humbled by the turnout and the support that we've gotten and that I've gotten individually. We're grateful for your attendance, your interest, and your willingness to build your wealth with GK Mutual Funds. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Are on there.
Ooh, is that a question? Could it be a question? Is it? If not, then we will proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Thank you all so much for being here with us this evening for the official launch of GK Mutual Funds. I want to say congratulations to teams GK Capital and UTC. Please put your hands together, please, for the teams. And also for this amazing products. The products here launched will definitely be one that will change Jamaica's trajectory. The people of Jamaica continually looking for opportunities to create wealth for themselves and for their families. And so we encourage everyone to spread the word far and wide that GK Mutual Funds is here and is here to stay. Can I say that? There we go. Would also like to thank Senator Don Webby, GraceKennedy CEO, Mr. Stephen Whittingham, Deputy Chief Executive Officer for GKFG, and also Mr. Nigel Edwards, Executive Director for UTC. Thank you all again for being here with us this evening. Please stay, have conversations, ask the questions that you may not have asked before. But really, this is really and truly our time to get to understand exactly what's going to be happening, what the products are going to be like. So if you have those questions, the gentleman will be here for you to ask and to answer. Thank you again. The Silverbird Steel Band will be taking us out. We have some refreshments. It's a GraceKennedy event. We have to have some Grace products. And just to say, sir, I like the beef is good, but the mackerel is really the winner, just to tell you. Thank you. Please enjoy the rest of your evening.
GK Capital, in association with Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, is pleased to introduce GK Mutual Funds, the trust that helps you build your own wealth. Choose from any of our 3 mutual funds that best suit your financial goals. The GK USD Income Fund, an instrument to serve the vision you have for your business. Start with an initial investment of $1,000 and subsequent minimum investments of $100 monthly. The GK Jamaica Dollar Growth and Income Fund, designed to serve all your personal goals. Start with an investment of 15,000 Jamaican dollars with successive minimum monthly investments of 1,500 Jamaican dollars. And the GK Jamaica Dollar Money Market Fund, the investment instrument to fund the plans you have for your small business. It only takes an initial investment of 15,000 Jamaican dollars to start and subsequent minimum investments of 1,500. Whatever your financial goals are, we have the fund to get you there. Build your own wealth. Your financial security matters. Contact your GK Capital Wealth Advisor today. Telephone 876-932-3290. Email gkmutualfunds@gkco.com or visit our website at www.gk-capital.com.